there, welcome to day 13 of our March Madness challenge. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're feeling really great, maybe a little stronger and a little more mobile in your body. Today we are going to work on an exercise called the single leg kick. Let's get started down on our mat. We will lay flat on our backs right away. Let's come down and find our neutral spine and neutral pelvis. We're going to focus on arms for a little bit today. So working on our shoulder mobility and finding width in the collarbones and opening up the chest a little bit. Find your neutral pelvis, feeling that sacrum, that center bone of your pelvis, heavy into the mat. Pubic bone and ASIS bones, your hip points on the same plane. Soften your rib cage in the mat. Think about your bra line or where your bra line would be, heavy into the mat there. Let your arms rest down with your palms facing up for a moment. Feel the back of the skull into the mat, nose pointing straight up to the sky. And then from here, we're just going to sweep those arms out to the side and up until they're in line with the ears. This is a really simple movement, but it should feel really nice through the fronts of the shoulders, and then come on back down. Make sure you have room to keep both arms straight. I'm cheating a little bit because of where my camera is. Open it back up and stretch, keeping the fingertips on the mat or on the ground as long as you can. But if you start to feel like your ribs are popping up away from the ground, I want you to let your hands come up a little bit instead. So our number one rule here is to keep those ribs down and try to really get in touch with moving those arms without moving the shoulders. Lowering back down. So it's just like we're drawing snow angels on the ground. Opening, keeping the elbows straight, and then bringing it back down. Excuse my wall arm. Reach it open. Getting that nice mobility through the shoulders. Nice. Now, reach those arms up to the sky, fingertips up to the ceiling. Feel the arms heavy into the shoulder sockets here. Again, find that middle rib cage heavy into the mat there. And we want to, again, move the shoulders and the arms separate from the rib cage. So we're going to exhale those arms back overhead without letting the ribs come with us. And then we inhale it back up. It's simple, but it actually can be tough if you have tightness in the shoulders or tightness in the thoracic spine, the thoracic area. And up. Just one more like that. Exhaling it back. Inhaling it up. Now from here, slide your shoulder blades wide around the rib cage. So the shoulder blades will widen on the back and kind of wrap forward as your fingertips reach up to the sky. And then we slide them down, and I want you to slide them just to neutral. So we're dropping those shoulders into the mat. And then take that again, reach the shoulder blades wide, fingertips to the sky, and then lower it down. Arms, kind of let the arms plug back into the shoulder sockets. Actually try to feel them fall back into that shoulder joint. And then inhale, widen. Exhale, drop it down, wide collarbones. One more. And then drop it down wide. Let's let those arms come all the way down neutral. From here, roll your pubic bone towards your belly button and start to peel the pelvis and the spine up off of the mat. Pressing down into those feet. I want you to find the hamstrings. We're going to be working backs and legs later. So I want you to actively press down through those feet to lift your hips. Find that place where the glute meets the hamstring and lift from there. Let's take the arms all the way back overhead, reaching long through the fingertips, and then slowly roll down from there. Trying to get that mobility through the thoracic area all the way down, and then rest your arms down by your side, and we take it again. Rolling pubic bone to belly button. Press down through big toe mound, pinky toe mound, center of heel, all the way up. Reach those arms back overhead and slowly roll down. Dropping that tail, reaching the arms down. We'll do two more. Roll it up. Beautiful. Feeling your knees reach forward towards the toes. Arms reach back overhead, and we roll it down. Last one like that. Roll it up. Good. Find the big toe, pinky toe, center of heel. Push that footprint down firmer into the ground. Reach those arms up. Roll it down. Nice. Bring those arms up to the sky again. Plug the arms into shoulder sockets. Float the right leg up. Bring the left leg up to meet it. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Stay there. Let's pump the arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. We're gonna do a little variation here where we're straightening the legs for 5 and bending for 5. Here we go. We straighten, 2, 3, 4, 5, and bend, 2, 3, 4, 5, and straighten, and bend. Really press through those arms. Find the backs of the arms. And inhale. And exhale. Few more sets here. Inhale and exhale, curling that chest forward and up. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. And then let's lengthen it out. Let's curl up a little bit higher, and then let's lower those legs all the way down and sweep those arms up overhead. Make a little adjustment here. Heels together, toes apart. Press those heels down into the mat. Reach your arms up to the sky, nod your chin to your chest, roll all the way forward and up, lengthening long over those toes, reach long through the fingers, and then roll it down bone by bone, one vertebra at a time. Feel those toes reaching forward, energy through the toes, energy through the fingertips to help you find that control. How's your roll up feeling today? Is there a little more ease in it? Opening wide, shoulder blades on the back. Rolling it back down, all the way down. One more there, roll it up. Reach forward over those toes. Whew. Roll it all the way down. Press your hands down into the mat. Keep that turned out position of the legs, so the heels together, toes apart orientation. Lift your right leg straight up to the sky. Pierce an arrow through the ceiling with your toes. And then take the leg across the body down, sweep it up and around. Nice dynamic movement, match your breath. Inhale, exhale, sweep. Inhale, press through those arms. Find the backs of the arms turning on. Inhale and exhale. One more. Reverse and go the other way. Even though nothing technically in this workout is like a tricep exercise, I want you to feel your triceps tomorrow. That's my goal. Let's see if it works. One more. Lower that right leg down. Bring the left leg up, press firmly down with the backs of the arms. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale and inhale. Twisting from the waist. Remember, the hips are moving, the shoulders are anchored. Press into the arms to find that stability through the upper body. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Strong through that bottom leg. Last one. Good. Bend that knee in this time. Hug it into the chest. Left hand on the outside of the left knee, right hand on the inside of that ankle. Curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Let's stay there. Just float that right leg off the mat and dart energy out of those toes. Pulse into the chest. Pull, pull. Inhale to switch. Exhale. Pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull. Good. Keep going. Pull, pull, and pull. A couple more. Use your breath to pull that knee into the chest. One more each way. Hug both knees into the chest. We'll inhale, we'll extend the arms down by the side, dart those toes long, reach energy, and then bring it back in. Exhale, maybe you curl up a little higher. Inhale to extend. Exhale to hug it in. Inhale to extend. Exhale to hug it in. We take that again. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hug it in. One more. Exhale, hug it in. Lower your head for a second. Relax. We're going to take one more variation here today. This is what we call our single straight leg stretch. Both legs up to the sky. Curl the head, neck, and shoulders up to grab your right calf. If you need to, you can go a little lower. The left leg is going to reach down. Pull down with that left hamstring. So actively pull the left leg down and switch. Pulling in with the left, pulling down with the right. So we're finding the backs of the legs working here. Instead of just dropping our leg, we're pulling it. Pull the leg down. Pull the leg down. Pull the leg down. Just a different dynamic. Pull the leg down. Pull. Good. And pull. And pull. One more each way. Pull. And pull. And then we bring both legs up. Both knees in. Relax. The head down. Beautiful. Extend both legs long on the mat. Reach the arms up to the sky, nod the chin to the chest. Sit all the way up tall. Let's flex the ankles. Energy shooting through the heels, arms long out in front of us. Nod chin to chest, round the back. Lean forward over those legs, reaching forward through the fingertips. And then stacking it back up, bone by bone, one vertebra at a time. Take that again. Reaching forward. And then lifting it back up. 2 more like that. Feel that widening of the shoulder blades on the back. Reaching and lifting up. Last one there. Reach it all the way up. Beautiful. From there, we're going to come to your knees first, not hands and knees, excuse me, just your knees. Feel free to fold up your mat or take a stack of blankets, anything you need to get some extra padding for your knees if your knees don't feel comfortable in this position. We're going to take the left foot and step it forward first. Make sure your heel is directly under your knee, hip directly over the knee of your back leg, your right leg there. And then we're going to take little pelvic tilts here. Ooh, find your balance. You're going to roll your pubic bone forward and up towards the belly button, and that's just going to give you a little length here, and then we let it go back. Pelvic tilt. It's a small movement, and that's okay. We're just opening up that hip. Pelvic tilt. Release. Pelvic tilt. Release. One more pelvic tilt. I want you to hold the tuck. So we're pulling in and up from the front. We're taking the arms into a genie position, and we're doing a little twist of the upper body. Back to center, mobilizing the thoracic spine here, and twist. Good, and back to center, and twist. Back to center, and twist. And back to center, find the middle. Again, we have that nice tuck, and then you just want to push it forward slightly to increase the stretch on the hip flexor, opening up that front of the hip. Try not to stick your booty out, keep tucking under. That gives us the best stretch for our hip flexor there. Come back, we'll switch sides. Right foot comes forward, left hip directly over the left knee, right knee directly over the right ankle there, and we take just a little tuck of the pelvis, and a little release, and a little tuck, and a little release. Keep going like that, little tuck, little release, and tuck, and release. One more tuck and hold, find the genie position of your arms, and we take a little twist. Good, and go the other way, twist. And twist. Good, and twist. One more each way. Nice, and twist. Good. Find center, kind of recheck in, tuck that tail more, and press it forward to stretch. Opening up that left hip, feeling the stretch through the front. Relaxed through the ribs. Awesome. Now we're gonna make our way all the way down to laying on our stomachs. And we'll do an extra stretch here more for the quad to kind of get all the way down into the front of the thigh and the knee there. So you'll lay down. Let's all pause for a second. Head resting on the hands. And I want you to just feel your pelvis into the mat for a second. So we're going to take a little breakdown moment. We're going to try to find our neutral pelvis here in this laying flat on your belly position, which sometimes can be hard, especially if you have tight hip flexors. So we push gently, push the pubic bone down into the mat. Now, can you do that without clenching and squeezing in your glutes? Can you do that by finding that little lift of the lower belly like you did when you were just kneeling? So a little lift of the low belly. Good. We're going to check in with that more. See if you can maintain that as you bend your right knee and grab the right ankle or the top of the foot with the hand. And try to get your heel lined up right over your sits bone, right over the center of that glute. And then check in again. Press both hip points into the mat and press your pubic bone into the mat. If this is plenty of stretch for you, awesome. Keep it where it is. If you need more stretch, you can think about lifting your knee a little bit, but make sure your knee is lined up with the center of your hip. Good. Switching sides. So it is better if you can grab the ankle because then you're getting more into the quad and not kind of outsourcing the stretch to your foot, but if that's challenging, it's totally okay to grab your foot. So we're pressing the pubic bone into the mat, pulling the heel towards the seat, pressing the pubic bone and the hip point into the mat, Feeling your tailbone reach down towards your opposite heel. And then we relax it down. From there, we're going to keep the head on the hands for now. We're going to press the pubic bone and the hip bones into the mat. And then I want you to just slowly lift your right leg straight up off the mat. And then lower it back down. And then take the left. So you think about reaching the toes out to go up. They lengthen away from you to lift. And then they lower back down. Take the right, reach out to go up. And right back down. And then the left, reach out to go up. And right back down. And then just check into that pelvis position again. Make sure your pelvis is staying neutral, keeping the tail reaching towards the heel, the pubic bone reaching down towards the mat the whole time. So we're not arching the back to lift. Lift. Good. And then lift, right? And lower and left. Now from here, we're going to lift both legs at the same time. So when you're ready, both toes reach out, both sets of toes reach out to lift the legs up without tipping the pelvis. Keep your pubic bone attached to the mat and then lower it back down. Taking that again, lift and lower. Two more, lift and lower. One more, lift and lower it down, relax. Okay, so now we will focus on the upper body portion of the movement we're going to do. So I want you to bring your elbows next to your ribs, your hands just slightly outside of the shoulders, forehead on the mat for a moment. And then we're going to actively pull those elbows in tight to the body, press down through the arms, so the forearm presses into the mat, and the head reaches forward and up for a little chest lift. Now, pull those elbows back and in as you press down through the hands. And then release it back down. It's small. Taking that again, pull the elbows in, press them down into the mat and lift the head and the chest forward and up. Actively press your hands down and then release it back down. One more like that. Lift. Lift that chest forward and up and then release. From here, slide your hands forward so that your elbows are directly underneath the shoulders. We're going to keep the palms flat today. Sometimes this exercise is done with fists, but we're going to do flat palms. And we're going to play with kind of letting the upper body slouch and then having it really nice and active. So we press the fingertips and the palms down into the mat there. From here, we let our chest kind of collapse down to the ground, let the shoulder blades squeeze together and kind of come up. It shouldn't feel great. And then we're going to actively push down through those arms to lift the chest away from the ground. Hug the lower ribs in and up to support from the abdominal muscles. And then let it go. Let it slouch. Just kind of let it all relax. And then actively push down through those hands, push down through the forearms, find those triceps, lift the chest a little bit, let it collapse down, press it up, let it go down, and press it up. One more, let it go down. Press it up, hold, we're gonna stay there. I want you to feel your elbows slide in towards the ribs slightly. So we were doing a little active pull there. Legs long, lift them both up slightly off the mat. We're never letting that chest collapse, so that chest is lifting forward and up. Those lower ribs are hugging in. We're active through the belly. From here, kick your right heel to your seat, flexing the ankle. It goes heel, and then it goes toes, and then it goes heel, and then we extend. From there, left leg, heels, toes, heel, extend. Keep pressing down through the arms. Heel, toes, heel, extend. Heel, toes, heel, extend. Let's pick up the pace, but don't collapse that upper body. Extend, heel, toes, heel, extend. The legs stay slightly lifted off the mat the whole time, and that pubic bone stays pressing into the mat the whole time. Let's take 2 more sets. Keep breathing, keep pressing down through those arms. How's your upper body doing? 1 more. Relax and heel, toes, heel. Lengthen that leg out long. Lower both legs. Rest your upper body down with your head resting on your hands, and then just let your hips rock side to side. Let's press back into a child's pose, bringing your hips onto your heels, wide knees. Reach those arms forward, let your head rest down into the mat. Take a breath there, sending your breath into your back body, stretching that all out, and then exhale. Take 1 more breath there. Open up the back body with your inhale. Exhale it out. Beautiful work. Nice job. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you tomorrow.